Good morning. I'm here for Financial Fridays with Greg. We're at Colts Neck General Store. Thank you for your hospitality and thank you for your questions. I'm going to ask him the questions. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough time to hear them yet, but I'm going to ask him the questions.
Totally off the cuff.
Totally off the cuff, but you're good at that. Okay, so the first question is, what do you think? Do you think people should pay their bills online?
That's a pretty good question. I think the first thing you got to do is...
Okay, wait. I just want to thank Ann from Texas for that question. Go.
I think security is a relative question there. So if you're protected online, you can't really do it haphazardly. You have to be aware of what you're doing, what you're paying. Be very careful as far as online security is concerned. It's one of the biggest threats I think that are out there.
Should you use one credit card only to pay your bills online, or does it not matter?
Doesn't really matter. Listen, it's like diversifying a portfolio. If you can diversify over multiple cards, if you put all your eggs in one basket, that one basket could be compromised. So multiple credit cards is not a bad idea. Personally, I use a couple of credit cards for that particular.
Okay, so how do you believe in those companies? I don't want to recommend anyone, but I feel like LifeLock or all those securities. Do you think you need one of those companies?
Yeah, I think they're a good idea. One way or the other, a lot of those services can be done manually without charge. So you're allowed to get one credit rating. There are certain things that you can get, especially if you've been compromised before. Most of the settlements that, let's say it was Best Buy or something happened at Target, most of the settlements that you get free credit monitoring service, and most people don't take them up on that because they don't even know that it's there. So there's things that are available to you at no charge to be able to
So
do
how would you know if you're eligible for a free credit?
You probably had gotten something in the mail at one point in time that you thought it was junk mail and threw away or something like that. But again, proactivity is always better than reactive. Whether it's managing money or managing credit cards, being proactive is not a bad idea. To pay $8 or $10 or $12 a month, if that lets you sleep at night, I think that's a pretty good prescription.
Thank you, Jackie from New Jersey, for that question. Okay, Randy, again from Texas. Which credit card is best? Do you think the airlines, a bank credit card, money back credit card? Which credit card do you think is best?
Yeah, I think the credit card bingo out there. There's so many different options there. I'm all about getting cash back. Okay.
I'm all about getting miles.
Okay, so it's a miles thing because you have an affinity for travel.
I do.
So it's basically what you have an affinity for. If you got an affinity for travel, you do travel cards. If you got an affinity for money, then you do cash back. There's a lot of competition there.
I'd like to have an affinity for money too, but right now I need to get free luggage when I get on the plane.
Yeah, I like the cash back. I have a discount club card that I use that I think is the best card out there. I get 5% back on gasoline, 3% back on dining. I just happen to spend in my business a lot of money on those two things. So that cash back for me at the end of the year, I like that check at the end. That's my personal opinion. But again, it's a personal choice. There's a lot of different rules. There's expiration on mileage depending on what kind of credit card you're using. Like we here in New Jersey, we have United Airlines, so it's the hub for United. So it's not a bad. I also have a United Club card that I use. I just like the cash. I'd rather have the cash in my hand rather than the mileage in the bank. Because I've had mileage expire. I've had, I go to book a flight and all of a sudden it's 50,000 miles instead of 20,000. I take the cash back cards. And I think if you really go look, you could actually Google it and see there's all kinds of places out there you can check the comparisons between the cards. Chase Sapphire is a great card, Capital One's got a great card, Sam's Club has a great card.
So, what are you looking for when you ask those?
Based on what your habit, like for me, I do dining because I entertain a lot. I do gasoline. For me, a 5% back on gasoline at $3 a gallon. If I can get.
So I guess what he's saying is that that's shaky. I guess what he's saying is that you have to know your lifestyle and pick a credit card that fits your lifestyle the best.
Same thing with the security question. What's your lifestyle? If you're a person that's going to use the credit card a lot or doesn't use it a lot or pays the credit card up every month, these things are very particular. Individual habits. So you got to think about what you do and find the card. There's cards out there for everybody.
Okay, I also think that you have to be watching. You can't just write the check at the end of the month. You really have to go line by line by line and make sure, even if you didn't save receipts, that those were your charges, because recently, if something doesn't look right, it probably isn't right. At a sub store, my son got charged $99.99 for a sub, and I realized that either he bought subs for the whole fraternity or something was wrong. Sure enough, whoever put it in as the decimal point was wrong. But I caught it.
So I got a little, when I go to go out to eat for restaurants,
Yeah.
I always round my bills up to double zeros at the end. So I know when I go down my credit card bill at the end of the month and I look at the bill, when I go and audit my bill, I always, plus again, I do a lot of entertainment, I do a lot of restaurant stuff. Little things, but you definitely got to check. Don't.
So you have to have your own little systems. I just do want to give a shout out to Mary because this coffee is so good. It's really, really delicious.
Spot on today.
Spot on coffee. Okay, this is Amanda from Massachusetts. How do you choose a bank?
Again, I think there's a couple of things. Most banks have the same products. So there's two things. First of all, it's got to be convenient to you. People are going to the bank a lot less. So it's got to have a good online presence, remote deposits, things like that. So you go to the larger banks, the Bank of America, the Chase, and they got to have something that's convenient to you. Every once in a while, you do need to go to the bank, so it can't be a pain to go over. The other thing you got to think about with the banks is that if you bank outside your area, if you travel, you want access to your money without excess charges, ATM fees, and things like that. If you travel out of the state or out of the country, for example, you want to have a bank that you have access to. So that's the difference between regional banks and larger banks. All the banks, the services are pretty much all the same, but they're all sort of competing with each other online now too, because people are going to the bank. You go to the branches now, there's nobody there anymore. You go to the ATM, maybe do some driving, maybe if you need a little cash, or you got to do a deposit or something like that. But the technology is really changing and disrupting that business, and the ones that have the better technology are the banks that are going to win out.
Of course. Actually, I did my first Venmo this week. I was like really proud of myself. Venmo is a way to send money to someone in your family. The younger generation, the millennials, everyone's talking about them. They really embraced it. So I decided it was time to embrace it myself. And I sent money
It's
by
an app
Venmo.
that people could send money to each other. You know, when you go splitting a bill at a restaurant, things like it's actually a company that's owned by PayPal. But you have to make sure you're sending it to the right person because there's more than one. You have to make sure whoever you're sending to that it's their account. And it's got a social media twist to it. All of a sudden, I'm getting Venmo messages because I'm seeing what people are sending people money, and it's very. This generation is very odd with what they share with other people.
That was very
We're very
weird.
private. Our generation is very private.
Especially
people.
about money. This tells you everybody that you recently sent money to.
Yeah. I sent $5 for that, for the restaurant we went to last night. First of all, I don't know if everybody needs to know what restaurant we went to last night. And the second thing is they know how much money it is. This generation's got a very open architecture in their minds. And they basically, and it's tough for some of us to deal with, but whether it's social media, sharing pictures of Instagram, why do I need to know that somebody's on the top of the Washington Monument today? It tells everybody. See, my generation, it's like I don't want to let people know that I'm at home, and they might break into my house. So it's sharing of information, but society is shifting into a shared information. Going back to the credit card thing, be secure. You got to secure yourself, both on with your credit cards and everything else. It's a very good thing. Going back to better back credit monitoring things like that. We live in a very open world right now, thanks to technology.
Okay, there's a lot of noise here. I'm going to say goodbye, but do me a favor, please write down your questions for our next Financial Fridays when we answer questions. They were really great questions. I hope this really helped you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow I'll put up a reheat. I'll see you on Monday. Hopefully by then my allergies will be better. All the things will wipe away and I won't sound like this anymore. Have a really great weekend. Bye.
I love with the flag in the back.
Yeah, it's very.
Morning, how are you, buddy?
Okay. So I did my thing last night.
Yeah. I was in video this morning.